We're joined by Ashley Robinson and Melanie Albarado. You guys are with the Cupcakes and Conversations mentoring group for teenage girls. You never thought we'd be talking to you about what happened this weekend, I'm sure. We want to uplift girls. You guys are trying to have your anniversary Zoom meeting, and tell us what happened.
Okay. During our anniversary Zoom meeting, right as we were getting ready to start the session, we were hacked by three individuals, and they immediately, like right when it started, put up pornographic images on our screen, and it showed that myself, Melanie, I was the host. It showed that I was sharing a screen, but I knew I wasn't sharing anything. So I reached out, was telling the girls, I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Let me see what's going on. And then as that was going on, we realized who it was that was doing that because the image went away. And I told them, let me get the person out of the room. Then they muted me, so I couldn't speak anymore.
Ms. Ashley, what are the ages of the girls involved?
So the ages were grades 5 through 12, so preteen and teenagers.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you guys know the men? Did you know them at all?
We have no idea who they were. Men weren't even a part of the meeting. It was for girls.
Right. But they were shown, the men were shown on the screen, and you all could see them, the girls could see them.
Well, one of the men, you could actually see him because he showed his body and his private area on the screen, but you couldn't see his face. You could only see the bottom portion of his body, like from his neck down.
Were the three men, were they together in the same location, or do you know if maybe they were in three other different Zoom locations themselves?
We have absolutely no clue where they came from at all.
Pardon my digital naivete. It seems to me what you're saying is not only did they hack into your meeting and become part of it, your Zoom meeting, your online, but they took control from you as the administrator, for lack of a better term. Have I got that right?
Yes, absolutely. They took control. I had absolutely no control. At one point, they even muted me to where they couldn't hear me because I was trying to encourage the girls to get off. And then Ashley kept telling me, Melanie, I see that you're talking, but I can't hear you. And I'm like, I'm not on mute. I didn't know what's wrong. So she actually called me on the phone, and she's like, Mel, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. And at this time, they began using some very vulgar terms, calling out the girls in there, using some very terrible racial slurs at the girls. Then they just kept sharing the screen and putting pornographic images on there. They were showing their body parts. It was just a lot of. It was a lot.
What did you think? What did you feel? What did you do?
So what I thought was, I was kind of in shock, and my immediate was to get all of those girls off. I needed to get all of those girls off. But as much as we were getting them off, more were logging in. So it felt like it took forever.
You reported it to Zoom. Did you guys report it to Zoom? And what happened? What have they told you how this managed to happen? Are they investigating it along with police?
We turned it into Zoom, and they responded back with telling us that they needed the certain information. So we responded it back. We sent that back to them, but I haven't heard back from them.
And I guess to Bossier Police, because you or Ashley, you guys live in Bossier?
Yes, ma'am. We reported it to Bossier City Police.
And I know this is awful, but I guess most Zoom meetings are recorded. I guess you turn that over to the police, huh?
Well, you have to press record. That's actually what we were in the process of doing when that happened. We were trying to share it to our Facebook Live, and then we were getting ready to start record as we were about to start the meeting. But right when that happened, they literally did that as I was in the process of doing that. So I never even got a chance to start recording the session because, like, at 3:01, that was, like, they started doing that. And so our main goal was to figure out what was going on at that time and to get the girls off of there and try to get it shut down.
I don't mean to put words in your mouth, so you tell me what you're thinking, but it sounds to me, it sounds to me like Zoom to this point hasn't been much help at all.
We
Not
haven't
yet.
heard. Yeah, not yet. We don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about them. We have learned a lot. Ashley and I have learned so much about all of the new safety features and such with Zoom. So I don't want to say anything bad about Zoom because we do need to give them the opportunity to be able to respond back to us.
Ashley, let me get you to say this to answer this one. What do you tell the thousands of us who use Zoom every day and don't think anything like this could happen to us?
I definitely recommend do your research, figure out. We have a paid Zoom account, so we thought that would be more secure because, we pay monthly for it. But however, that doesn't make it secure. So we kind of did homework on our own to find out how can you do it more safely, where setting a passcode and not sending out the actual Zoom link. But I would say in any platform, security has to be the number one thing, and especially when like we're dealing with young girls. So for us, it's terrifying to know that that platform wasn't as secure as we thought it would be. So to anybody, thousands of people that are listening, do your homework, do your research, know what to do once someone tries to get off. And for us, the first thing that we're going to tell our girls now, if you see anything inappropriate, immediately leave the meeting. Because we had no control of our meeting for almost 10 minutes where they were girls logging on, logging off, and seeing all of those images and hearing all those nasty words from those men.
Obviously, you think you're a lot smarter about this stuff than you were, say, 3 or 4 or 5 days ago. Right now, do you have any idea? Has anybody helped you? Do you understand now how it happened, how they got access to your site, how they hacked into your meeting, and if you did it again tomorrow, would you be able to keep folks out?
No.
I think we still have a little bit more educating for our parts to do because we're not 100% comfortable, which is why we have postponed the meeting because we want to make sure that we do everything that we possibly can to try to prevent this from ever happening again. But we have no idea, who that was, how they got in. Now that we're learning more about the different Zoom features, we know things that we did, in regards to sharing our link and different things like that. We know now that we need to utilize different features that we weren't aware of prior to. We've conducted Zoom meetings before, and this never happened to us before.
Started to say you, me, and 99% of the people that use that feature, right?
Yes.
Melanie and Ashley, I can't thank you enough for the work you're doing because it is so needed in our community, and I'm so sorry that this happened to you guys, but I know you'll get right back in there and keep at it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, ladies. Greatly appreciated. Great stuff.
Thank you so much.